Hey everybody, welcome back to my March bench update. Let me just check here. Yep, we're recording. Make sure I was recording this time, and you got my sound. So, man, this year's flying by. Every year goes faster and faster. Ready in the middle of March, unbelievable. And yeah, back from a couple of trips. I didn't get sick, which is a good thing. No head colds or anything like that. So that's a bonus. So back at it. Spring's coming, sun's out, and continue working on the F-16. And yeah, slow going. Obviously, a big aircraft, been away a lot, and just working away, plodding away on this. So let's switch down to the bench, and I kind of show you my latest update. Okay, so here she is, looking apart. So fuselage pretty much finished. Got some detail painting, some lights to add, detail painting here and there. The wheelbase need detail painting. But, you know, it's been obviously painted, decal, weathered. Now waiting for all the ordnance to build, which I got left to do, which is a ton of stuff, and the gear door and the wheels and the landing gear, that kind of stuff. But yeah, here we are. So this one did snap off, unfortunately, so I got to super glue that on at the very end. Got to paint this too to go on the front of the intake. But you get an idea of what we've got going on here. So it's coming out pretty good. Again, I mentioned this before. The green is too dark, no problem at all. It is what it is. So it's not, you know, completely accurate. And yeah, the pilot figures in there. Kit. These came from the kit seats, and the Wolfpack resin cockpit. Now there's a bunch of framing to go on this, but as is tradition, when I have pilot figures in and I have the canopy down, I don't put the framing inside the canopy because it just fit problems. It just doesn't fit very well. Can't really see it anyway, so just click that into place. And his head's touching a little bit, so it doesn't quite fit flush. And there's the underside. And yeah, there we go, looking the part, right? Pretty happy with that one. So just a quick little update. As you know, I always weather using Starship Filth Apatylon oil. You've seen these in all my videos for years. This is still the same tube. You see it's like 2/4 still. I did buy another tube just so I had one in stock because these things last forever. And just note that if you are looking to buy this, same product, it's just a different packaging now. It's not Apatylon branded, it's just AK, same number. Well, actually, no, it's slightly different. It's AK ABT 510. I think it's just ABT 510. It comes in this white box, and it comes in like a normal generic like oil paint color. So again, if you're in the store and you're trying to copy what I'm using, this is exactly the same product. It's just the Starship Filth. It's just packaged differently nowadays. They've lost the Apatylon branding. But just a heads up on that one. But yeah, it's obviously bogging me down a little bit here, being 48 scale. I'm sorry, 32nd scale. So a lot of work going into this. But hopefully this upcoming week, really plow on, get the ordnance built and assembled, and get this thing finished. But yeah, like it. First ever Israeli aircraft I've built. And definitely, you know, it's resin wheelbase, need some detail painting, but look absolutely awesome. If you want to see this one, again, go across my Patreon and you can check out latest videos over on there. So there we go. A little bit of progress, slowly but surely. Like I said last month, I think maybe about April, I should hopefully get that finished. Just get going on the ordnance now. So in a little bit of a change from previous months, I actually got a few kits to show you. As I mentioned, you know, all the time recently, nothing really exciting is coming out. But the one thing I did have my eye on did just get released, and I snagged it. And that is the Hong Kong Models 48 scale PBJ1L? Sorry, PBJ1J, which is basically, yeah, Mitchell. And what an awesome kit. So all these I'm about to show you, I did do a quick unboxing video of, so you can check these out on the channel. This one should be released by the time this one goes up, and every Tuesday I'll just release the rest of these kits I'm about to show you. But spoiler alert, if you haven't seen a video, what a beautiful aircraft this is in terms of molding. Like, exquisite. Like, the detail, the rivets are so fine, although maybe too fine, might kind of get gobbled up with the paint. But yeah, and I just went ahead and ordered a mast set for this, which is all it really needs. And I think I ordered some resin wheels too, because they're super cheap, like $6-7. But yeah, beautiful. We got some 3D printed parts in there. You got a nose weight. Yeah, great looking kit. So there we go. It's the first one, the Hong Kong Models PBJ. Next up, an old favorite, well, new kit, but from the range, Academy's F-14. I can't do a show without talking about an F-14, and this is the D. So we've had the A and the B over the last couple of years, just recently released. I think it was around about December time it got released, was the D version. Now, to be honest with you, you could build the D from the A and the B boxings. It has all the parts in there, but other than the markings, I guess. So this one, you do get the bounty hunters and the tomcatters, two iconic markings there. And as I mentioned in the video on this one, a 72nd scale F-14, there are millions of different aftermarket decals. So any squadron or marking you desire, you could probably find aftermarket. But great kit. If you want an F-14 and 72nd scale, this is kind of like the Tamiya 72nd scale version. Tamiya is obviously 48th. This is like the 72nd scale. Goes together beautifully, just falls together. Great kit. Now, as I mentioned in the video, I built a ton of F-14s, as you can see around me, in 72nd scale, built them all pretty much. And if you just want something in flight or an easy, nice build, this is the one. If you want it on a catapult or landing with the flaps down, great war hobbies. And if you want it on a carry deck, all opened up out the box, which is up there, I don't think it's off camera, is the Fine Mods one. All of them are great kits, but this one in particular, if you just want something easy and a nice mojo build, highly recommend it. And like $30 as well, great deal. Next up, something different. I don't know why I keep doing this. I keep buying armor kits, and I don't want to build armor, but I still buy them. But this one's a cool subject, and I thought, why not? A brand new release by Trumpeter, wasn't super expensive, and it's the M915 gun truck. I do enjoy gun truck, and that just looks cool, right? Like a semi-tractor with a pillbox on the back, and yeah, what more to say? It's a cool looking kit. Nothing too crazy in terms of parts counts. Price was good. Comes with photo etch. Comes with a mask set too for the windows, which is super nice and handy. So obviously, you know, painting all this thing up, and just looks cool, especially for a diorama of some sort. But yeah, I do like gun trucks. All right, next up, I did a review of this one. If you follow the channel, you'd have seen this one already. MiniArt's P-47D. This one's nice because it comes with the whole diorama. So you get the base, you get the tools, you get the bench, you get all the drums, the oil drums here, or fuel drums, all of that. You don't get no figures though, but you get the whole diorama. So this was actually a good price too. I think I paid like $50 for this. So for everything, aircraft and all the stuff, makes for a pretty cool little vignette, I think, or diorama. So pick that one up. As you know, I do have the other P-47 kit, so I could technically just use that kit if I like the markings better on this base. But who knows? So markings on this one, pretty vanilla, nothing too cray on that one. But yeah, I really like the idea of all the diorama accessories. I thought it was pretty cool. The only thing I looked in the box was the tools. They're all plastic. I thought maybe some like photo etch stuff on there, but there's no photo etch. But you can definitely add more detail to this yourself and really kind of build this thing out. Now, especially with the gun bays open and the cowling open and all the stuff opened, I think it looked pretty cool. Now, remember, if you go back to my review of my previous P-47 I put a link there to Plasmo, to one of his builds, and he created and released a 3D printed more detail in here, more, I think, a fuel tank and more engine detail. So like another section you can cut off and have displayed with more detail. If you have a resin printer, like I do, just 3D print it off. I think it was like €10 for the file. And add even more detail to this pretty cool kit. Now, MiniArt does like to get their money's worth from releases, right? Even their armor. If you see one aircraft, you know they're going to bring out like 15 different types of the same. And finally, last but not least, reach down here. Something caught my eye. Again, like armor, I buy these kits and I never build them. Buy helicopters, never build them. But this was 48th scale, ICM's Black Hawk, Special Forces one. Looks cool. Do some really nice details and weathering on this one, with the rubber black and some dark grays. Kit again looks really nice. Again, watch out for this one. All these kits I've showed you, I'll do a little unboxing and post on the channel these upcoming Tuesdays. No real negatives on this one, other than it kind of goes together very, very similar to the Kitty Hawk 35th scale one. The only thing, well, two things. Firstly, the blades, there's no way to fold them Well, there's no instructions, but pretty easy, I think, just to flip them and fold it. Take up less space if you want to. Now, this might be a good little candidate to put on the back of a truck, a 48 scale, like a 48 scale transport truck. The other thing is often the way, especially with ICM or any other manufacturer, they seem to bring out the more plainer kind of products early on in the life cycle, and as you wait, the versions come out later look a little bit better. And same with this one. So there's a couple of versions out for this one already. There's a plain like army one. You got the special forces. They bring out the Ukrainian one, and a fourth one, which I would hold out and wait for personally, is the Operation Gothic Serpent Black Hawk Down version one, which I would get personally instead of this one. Now, it's obviously the same kind of aircraft, difference being there's some better like decals on it, some more interesting decals, and there's some more stowage and extra parts in it. Looks like maybe 3D printed, I'm not sure. Probably not for ICM, but there's definitely some more stuff going on in that one. I think it's the same price. So although this one looks cool, I would hold out and get the Gothic Serpent one whenever that gets released later this year. That is it. That's quite a lot of kits. So did move my house around a little bit in the past few months. My front room, one of my front bedrooms had like shelving with all these like kits stored up. I cleared that out and I moved all these into the attic. So I got a bunch of storage unit like shelving, put it in the attic, displayed all my kits up there, which would be fine. So that being said, because they're in the attic, I had to go through every single one and take out all the paperwork, all the decals, and put into kept in the house in an air-conditioned environment. So all my kits are now neatly stashed away up in my attic, out the house. So yeah, there you go. What else? So I guess let's flip to, I did put a post up on my Facebook group for people to share their work. So let's go ahead and look at the community and look at your great work. All right, so over on the Facebook group, the link to this is below in the show notes. As always, every single video contains it along with my Patreon link. And did a quick post here a week or two ago asking people to share the work if they want it shared with the community. And I got a few posts here, so I'm just going to run through what we have. First up is Stanton with his 35th scale AK Interactive Toyota FJ43. There we go, looking very cool. I'm curious about AK Interactive. Brought a few little like Land Cruisers and various other little kind of armor pieces out recently in 35th scale, so it's nice to see one built up, looking really good. All the extra little detail here, which really makes the model very cool. Next up is Andrew with his Takom Merkava Mark 1 Hybrid in 35th scale. Again, looking awesome. See all the weathering, very nice. And there's a couple more pictures here too. From the other side, again, looking awesome. And from above. Very cool. Also, he's done a Challenger 2 in 35th scale. Tamiya kit. That's a really classic kit, isn't it? The Tamiya Challengers. Great kits. I think the first kit I ever built when I returned to the hobby was the Challenger 1 Tamiya kit, about 10 years ago now. I just threw it away when I moved house, but yeah, these kits are definitely iconic. Did a great job on this one too. Okay, here's another view. And again, looking awesome. And one thing, these Tamiya, they do come with rubber tracks, but for me, I don't mind the rubber tracks, especially on a kit like this, we have the side skirts, because you don't see the tracks. So I don't think there's any need to rush out and 3D print or buy metal tracks for some of these. I think the rubber ones work perfectly fine. Next up is Ben with his KI-45 32nd scale from Zukimura. Zukimura make beautiful kits. Been a shelf project 1.5 years, finally completed it. Let's take a look at this one. Wow, looking really cool, and great work with the camo there. Some great airbrushing. Very cool. Okay, and a couple more pictures in here too. Wow, yeah, that is a stunner. The paintwork looks absolutely very good indeed. Yeah, absolutely great. You see back here that the glass work super clean, and the gun very, very nice. Yep, and also not only that, but the photography, the plain background, the lighting, spot on. And last one here. Very nice indeed. Do love a Zukimori kit. Next up, John with his Meng EA18G, the Growler. The small mods, this one's improve accuracy. Goes into detail here. Decals are mostly furball with some extras I printed to represent the 24-25 crews. BAM models or BAM models, NGs, J pods, and res kit tanks under the wings. Very cool. It is, yep, looks really nice. And this Meng kit, the Meng Super Hornet kit's absolutely fantastic. I think they bring out a new Growler, if not already. Yellow Jackets, latest release. I might be picking that one up myself. I think it's a couple more, yes, a few more pictures here. The extra aftermarket pods, looking really cool with the wings folded. Very nice. Again, great kit. Even comes with a mask set. Comes with figures, the mask set, everything you need is in the box. And I think it's way better than the Hobby Boss one. Not if I built the Hobby Boss one, but I do have that one in my stash, and I've seen the plastic. Nice. Look at all the names here. Very cool. Do love me a Super Hornet. And last up is the 48 scale Magic Factory A4M in progress by Stanton again. Yeah, looks like just starting there, building it like the jig. Interesting kit, that one. I've looked at it here now and again. I'm not a huge Skyhawk fan. I think maybe if I did do one, I might do it on 32nd scale. But this kit definitely looks quite nice, and I see the surface detail here looks pretty good as well. And looks like the fit between the two fuselage parts goes together well as well. So there we go. That is it. Again, the RW Hobbies Model Makers Club on Facebook. 522 members. If you, obviously totally free. If you want to join, go ahead to the link below and join. As always, you know, there's no critiquing or no, you know, usual Facebook shenanigans on there. It's pretty well run. And you know, don't take any, as always, in Facebook and YouTube, I don't take any BS. So anybody, you know, falls around, they're immediately ejected and banned for life. So yeah, there we go. Nice little community. So that being said, let's go back to me. So there we go. So thank you as always for everybody posting on there. Some great work. And yeah, that's kind of it. Wrap it up for this week. So thank you for watching as always. Again, Patreon channel, my usual sales pitch, just $2 a month, super cheap. You get some more content over there, some exclusive videos and some video builds. I think we're coming to the end of the Ukrainian Su-25, and we'll go on to the this F-16 I showed you earlier. Will be the next build video up on there. As in month ahead, my plan is really just move on with this, get this thing finally finished. These 32nd scale projects do kind of get me kind of draw me down a little bit. I can't get it moving along as much as I would like to. With YouTube, I want fresh content, and 32nd scale big birds like that take a lot of work, a lot of manpower hours. You know, take a few months, whereas I want to cycle through projects a little bit quicker. So as you can see, I got a bunch of new projects here. I got a bunch of other stuff on the deck. Things like the Great War Hobby A10. I got the Fat Albert C-130 I want to build. All kinds of cool projects. So I'm not sure yet. So my plan is really get this one finished, get that Spitfire finished as well, which has been hanging on there for months now. Clear the bench and then start a fresh project, hopefully later this spring. So there we go. So that's the game plan. So thank you as always for watching. I'll catch you next time.